Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Tuesday. Back with Cooking with Caramel.
We are back.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks, but here we are.
We had caramel spring break.
We had a couple weeks off, so that was nice. But we're ready to be back at it.
Yeah. I'm actually really excited about these strawberries today too. I've been craving strawberries and buying fruit, trays
of fruit.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about this time of year. I think it's like the new buds on the leaves and the leaves on the trees, and it's like everything's new, and it makes me think of freshness. So we are going to make some strawberry blossoms, and basically what they are is take your strawberry, and we're going to fill them with a really yummy cream cheese mixture, and drizzle them with some of our chocolate caramel sauce, and they're just fun little desserts that you can have out. They're really easy to just pop in your mouth and simple to take, and they're really pretty and, like you said, fresh looking. People will gravitate towards them like I do right now when they're on your tray to serve them. So so we'll just get started. I'll move this over to the side. I just wanted to show you here, when you're picking out your strawberries, I try to look for the packages that have strawberries that are more shaped like this, where they come to a nice point on all sides, rather than strawberries that are shaped like this, like the fan shape. They're not going to be as easy to work with as because we're making petals out of them. So if you can, avoid the packages that have these fan-shaped strawberries, and even that's a little bit, I mean, you can make this one work, but definitely this one's going to be one that you're probably not going to want to, it's not going to be as easy to work with.
You can just cut that one open, put it in, and eat it yourself.
That's just, if you've got any left over, you can slather it on. It just won't be pretty, but it'll taste good.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to share those with you. I try to, the traditional strawberry shape is best for this application. So, so basically, to get started, what you want to do is you're going to cut this the top part off, and you're going to do it flat so that it's this is going to become your base that your strawberry sits on. So you can see where it's just sits nice and flat. So we're just going to go ahead and get the tops cut off of these, and then we'll move on to our next part.
Perfect. We're also going to be making some apple nachos today too, which are just amazing looking. Sometimes we make those at shows. And
Yeah, that was our last week's recipe, but since we didn't do our live last week, I thought this is such an easy recipe and we'll go really fast. The other one goes really fast too, so we'll just do a twofer.
Yeah, twofer. And if you don't receive Stephanie's Monday email, you can sign up for her What to Make Mondays on our website. And we make whatever she sends out on Monday the next day on Tuesday. So
yeah, it gives you time to get your stuff and follow along if you want to.
Yeah, and all of our recipes are listed on our website. Find all those delicious caramel things to eat.
Yeah. And by the way, Elizabeth did an amazing job last week while I was gone and shared part of her overview of her story and her testimony. And I'm so proud of you. And I think it's one of our most viewed videos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
People love recovery.
They do.
You have to say that. I would say I'm always like, people think that it comes naturally for me to just run around and tell my testimony, but it really doesn't. I think before I did that video, I was like pacing around the shop like, oh my gosh, I do this all the time, it should be fine. I do this all the time, but then, and then whenever it happens and I'm like, oh yeah, that was easy. But then the next time comes around, I'm like, oh my gosh.
I would think it would be hard to be able to just put yourself out there and just be honest and vulnerable, because that's what you're being, is honest and transparent, and not everyone. And people are afraid of that.
It's true, but people always love it, every time that I tell my testimony, it reaches out to somebody. And if you guys haven't seen it, you can scroll back on our videos. It's last week's live, and you can go and check that out. But yay, I feel so much better now that I can just be me, and you guys know that I'm pregnant.
I know. The last few weeks, you guys are really almost like, I was telling her before, I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you going to be okay with the scents and the things that we're doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, whenever we did that bourbon bread pudding, I'm over here like, Yeah. No, not because it tastes bad, just the smell of it.
It smells. I know.
Yep.
I was like that. Okay, so now that we have all of our strawberries prepped, we're gonna slice them in. We're gonna make petals, if you will. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna go in crisscross patterns, and I'm gonna go till about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. So you don't want to cut all the way through because obviously your strawberry is gonna fall apart. But so I'm gonna do it crossways like that, and then diagonally through the strawberry on both sides to create, I think it's about 8 petals. You know, and give or take, this is a bigger strawberry, so that, but, and then you're gonna just kind of, you know, fan it out a little bit like that. And we'll just set those aside, and when we make our cream cheese, make sure then the cream cheese will get piped down inside of your little petals. So we're just gonna get those all sliced up.
Yeah. And if you want to go back and see any of our previous episodes, you can find all those on YouTube and Rumble, depending on which one you like better. We're on both. So go back and check it out.
Yep. And yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have spring break last week, or are you guys on spring break this week? I know, like where we are, it was last week, but then like across the border in Washington, there's spring breaks this week. So.
Yeah. My oldest daughter actually lives across the border in Washington, so she's on her spring break this week, but my kids that live at home with me were on spring break last week, so
There you go.
yeah.
So this is a fun recipe if you have like a baby shower or a bridal shower, or even, I know Mother's Day is coming up. If you just want something a little fancier and special than just a fruit dish, then this is kind of a fun thing to be able to serve in. Oops, I just did what I'm not supposed to do. I was a little heavy-handed and I'll slice that one in half. Set that up there.
I'm gonna make these just for my fridge, just so I can open it, pop one in my mouth.
Well, that works too.
Yeah. And I don't need all these special occasions.
Today's a special occasion. I think tomorrow is too.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of them around here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and also if you're new to Caramel Kitchen, I just want to let you guys know that our caramel sauce is all natural. We don't use any gluten, there's no nuts, we don't use any preservatives, and we also don't use any corn syrup. So if you know anybody that's allergic to corn, they can still have our caramel, which I think is great, because some people that are allergic to corn, and then they can't have anything sweet because everything that's made out there nowadays uses corn syrup.
Yep.
So if you know anybody like that, we are the place to be.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And also, thank you for everyone who came out to the new community market at the Silver Lake Mall here in Coeur d'Alene. That is super exciting. We're loving being a part of that. And that is something that is going to continue every weekend, rain or shine. So in bad weather, they will have the mall, or they will have all the vendors on the inside of the mall. And when it starts to get consistently nicer and warmer outside, then it's going to be in the parking lot. And so we encourage you guys in the local community here to come down and just be a part of this new community market that's going to be here to stay. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool vendors there and stuff, and definitely thank you for everybody that came out. It was better success than I really anticipated. So
yeah, it was really nice. So yeah, so we'll be back there again this weekend. So, and then the Arnos, if you are in. They're in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, San Antonio, Texas this coming weekend. So the Vintage Market Day is there. So if you're in Texas and you want to get some amazing caramel and see some amazing people, the Arnos are there and they're awesome and they would love to give you some samples.
Yeah, definitely. Go and see Cindy.
Okay. So we got our strawberries prepped. I'm going to set those to the side, and now we're going to make up our cream cheese mixture that goes in it. And in here I have 3 ounces of softened cream cheese in my bowl.
Anything with cream cheese is good. You know, like especially whenever it comes to desserts. If you use cream cheese, I'm all about it. So
Yeah, this is a true story.
yep.
And I'm going to put in, we just do it all together. 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and then we're going to add a tablespoon of sour cream. So I like this one because I can just squeeze it.
Yep. It's my favorite too.
It's the Daisy brand, and we're just going to Oop, just fine. Add that to that, and we're just gonna mix it all together here. Just mash it and mix. So this is something that's not super, you don't need to use a mixer for it. If you have one and you wanna make it super light and fluffy, you can do that, but it really doesn't require that. It just requires you to just mash it around and hand stir it until it's lighter. So I'm just gonna
Perfect.
mix this around.
We also send out one of these. It's a what to put it on card with every single one of our orders that comes through online. And I will say that whenever people are new and they find me at an event and they come up to me and they're like, even though we have pictures everywhere of what you can put it on, they say, well, I don't know what I would eat it on. And definitely the first thing I'm going to tell you is a spoon.
Absolutely.
That is my first recommendation always, is to eat your caramel with a spoon because it is delicious. But on here, we've got a lot of different ideas. We've got our website where you can find a bunch of recipes. Stephanie comes up with ways to use the caramel all the time, every week. So we have a ton of recipes on our website. But you get this, and then you also, on the back side, there's a best caramel corn recipe that you can use to make some caramel corn with, too.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of just handy because I know people, you know, they love it there, and we're sampling it on spoons, and so they're like, okay, well, I love it on this. Well, how else can I use it? So
exactly.
We try to help you out, and so there's, you know, 6 or 8 or so examples of each flavor on the back of that card, and then our website is got over, 60, 70 recipes on it, and then throughout the week I'm posting other ideas on Instagram and Facebook, so there are no shortage of ways to enjoy the caramel sauce.
It's true. But I am just letting you know, you really don't need anything but a spoon.
We call that the great calorie saver.
Yeah.
You just have a sweet tooth that just needs to be fixed at the end of the evening, and you just have a little bit of caramel sauce on a spoon, and
you're
right there.
On this what to put it on card, it also goes over storage and separation. Separation is something that happens naturally since we don't use any preservatives. It's just the sugar separating from all that. You can just warm it up to reincorporate it if that does happen. It happens with other flavors more than some of them I don't ever see separate. Some of them I see separate.
The bourbon, I think, is the one that separates just because of the extra sugars from the bourbon. That separates out, but yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you can see it's all smooth and incorporated. So we're just gonna, this is just a plastic piping bag. It has a little star tip on it. You don't have to do this. You can use a little spoon and just drop a little bit in to each one, or you can use one of these, or you can use a baggie. We've shown you how to use a baggie. I left my little coupler, I think it is, at home, so this actually just is taped onto a baggie, so you don't even need the fancy little thing that it screws into. So you can just be, or you can just cut a little hole in a baggie and just use it as a regular.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna fill
I
the
would
mixture.
say that filling is about the consistency of yogurt. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's probably just a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think the sour cream just thins it a little bit, and then it also just adds that little bit of tang.
Yeah.
Not that cream cheese isn't already tangy, but it just balances out the powdered sugar that you put in it. So it just makes it a yummy mixture.
Yummy.
Okay. So we're going to now fold this back up without it all popping out.
There you go. Live success.
You never know. I
was going to say, don't go doing that now.
My luck it would. Okay, so I'm going to take my little strawberry now, and I'm just going to pull apart the petals a little bit, and I'm just going to squeeze, and you can see it's just going to put a little
dollop of daisy.
Dollop of daisy right in there. And we're just going to fill each one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So right now we currently have 8 flavors of caramel sauce available on our website. We've got 2 seasonal flavors that are still available. So if you have not got your Irish cream yet, get your Irish cream. We made one extra batch because it sold out so quick, but it's also running low, so.
There you go. It is a really yummy flavor, and maybe I'll do another recipe with it so you guys can see some more ways to use it.
Yeah. Perfect. So does anybody have any questions for Carmel Kitchen? So, I mean, you guys come and you watch us and you don't say very much, so just...
They're like, how can you? You won't stop talking.
Yeah, right.
You don't get a word in edgewise. No, seriously, we'd love to answer some questions if you have any.
Yes, for real.
Yeah.
And you know what, we're also huge on recovery. Like I said last week, every employee that we have at Carmel Kitchen has a recovery story. So if you've got a recovery story, or if you know somebody that, you know, needs some prayers to be in recovery or anything like that, we're all about it. So
yeah,
let us know.
Absolutely.
Yep. These are smelling delicious.
The smell doesn't bother you?
No, it smells very good.
Yeah. They're just fun.
Yeah.
I just think they're fun. And they're delicious.
And easy.
And easy. I mean,
yeah.
Look at that. I mean, it's just no time at all. And I actually do have a little bit of leftover. So for these ugly strawberries, we'll still enjoy them.
Yes.
So once they're all filled, then the last part, you get the strawberries and chocolate vibe going on here. We're just going to take a little bit of our chocolate caramel sauce and drizzle it over. You gotta be careful. Sometimes I do this and I get it, the cap runs right over the top.
Oh yeah, looks delicious.
Yeah. Because who doesn't love strawberries and chocolate?
Yeah. And if you have not had our chocolate caramel sauce, I'll read you a review right now. It's from Jesse Pierce. It says, OMG, I'm so excited. I just received my bottle of chocolate caramel sauce. It tastes like brownie batter, and it's even better than I remembered. These guys make the best caramel sauce I've tried. Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you.
But it's so true, though. That's what I tell everybody. The chocolate tastes like brownie batter in a bottle.
It does. It really does.
And it's all of my kids' favorites, so.
Yeah, it is definitely one of my kids' favorite too.
Yeah. I made a bunch of chocolate caramel sauce yesterday and just reminded how good it is.
Okay, so do I even dare lift it up
Right?
and show people?
No, but as you say, put your hand on the other side.
I've got you if you fall. So there you go. That's such a pretty little fun dessert. I mean, if you wanted to dress up your plate, you could throw some sprigs of mint on it to have a little fresh pop, because you know green is one of the most appetizing colors.
Green
so
is.
it makes it fresh and pops in. So that, yeah, if you want to see it like more up close, there you go. You can see that it's got the mixture in the middle, and it's just the perfect little 2-bite dessert.
Yep.
And it's relatively
Healthy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you don't want something super heavy to serve and you're having a dessert party or a dessert or a dinner party and you want to serve something light for dessert, especially if you're having a heavier dinner, this is the perfect dessert. And you can have it already prepped ahead of time and just drizzle on the chocolate caramel sauce right before you serve it, and you are ready to go.
Yeah.
So we'll set that to the side there. And then we'll move on to our last week's recipe, which a lot of you have seen this recipe before. If you're here locally, you've probably had it at some of our events. We used to do these at farmers markets and up at Schweitzer Mountain for all their festivals. But it's our apple nachos. Super simple. I'm gonna core an apple and where's my platter? So this little core is pretty nifty little thing, because then you just like,
Oh, wow.
pops out. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. That is very handy.
The kids
dandy.
like,
Yeah.
So here we go. And this, you guys, is easy as slicing an apple, literally. So, and then you get to top it with whatever your favorite, like what you would normally like on a caramel apple. You can get all those same types of ingredients and drizzle all over your apple slices, and then you just pick them up and eat them instead of having to like bite into apple.
Yeah.
get the sticky all over your face.
Yeah. And what makes it the best is that it has salted and chocolate caramel on it.
Yes.
So it holds it all together, everything that's good on top.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing thin slices, and this is, it's easy as slicing an apple. Yeah, my kids love this as a afternoon snack.
Yeah.
And another thing you can do as a dessert, if you want to serve something lighter and it's kind of fun and different, and people can just, you can have a bowl full of apples and they can totally just customize their own little plate full.
Yeah.
And you can just serve little mini plates and apples, and voila.
Yeah.
Everyone's in apple nacho heaven.
Perfect. And if you are, or if you know a retailer that you would like to see our product in, let us know. If you're a retailer, you can apply on our website at caramelkitchen.com. There's a little button right there on the homepage underneath of the slideshow that says Become a Wholesaler/Distributor. Just click on that, fill out the application. I think sometimes people get confused because you can make a regular customer account and then people can apply for a wholesale account. And I sometimes get people calling in saying that they applied for a wholesale account, but the prices are still the same.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yes.
Yep. So you gotta apply to be a wholesaler. And
Yeah, and it's a super, I mean, you're almost always approved. We just want to make sure that you have a legitimate store.
yeah.
That's it. Or a legitimate purpose for wholesaling it. And it doesn't have to be you're selling just the bottles of caramel sauce. If you are a baker or you're going to be using our sauce in another item that you make, that
applies.
That
as
applies.
well, yes.
So yes. So reach out to us. We have a lot of people that are bakers and pie shops and that use our
bean and
caramel.
pie.
Yeah, and my Linda from Little Pumpkin Pie, she uses our caramel sauce too. So we've got lots of pie bakers out there that do it too. So
Yep. Yeah, if you want an ice cream shop or or like you said, if you know somewhere that you would like to see us, just reach out to us and let us know, and we will reach out to wherever you are, find some way to get you hooked up.
Right. Okay, so me, I'm just making it pretty and fancy.
So I really was about to say, here's Stephanie over here with her visual. Sorry. Yeah.
Just can't help it. Okay, so I've got them all fanned out in like a spiral pinwheel shape on my plate, and this is literally the easiest part ever. You open up your bottle of caramel sauce and you just swirl it around.
Ooh.
And then you take your chocolate, and literally this is customizable. So if you love like bourbon on here or cinnamon vanilla, the bourbon and the chocolate together is an amazing combination. It's my dad's favorite. And then you just put whatever flavors you want on here, and it's customizable to what your preferences are. Like my son loves the espresso with apples. I'm like, espresso with apples, but that's his favorite. So I'm like, okay, it's your caramel apple nacho. You can make it whatever you want it to make. So just like that, it's pretty darn tasty. But then you get to just add in whatever flavors that you want on top of it. And I like to have, you're going the traditional caramel apple route. You can do like the chopped nuts. I like that. So I just sprinkle those on. And sometimes some of these little Heath bits are yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You even got some color over there.
Yeah. And my kids love the little mini chocolate chips. Throw those on. And of course, the little mini Reese's Pieces, yeah. And sprinkle some of those on. So, but I've done it before with like crushed pretzels. You can sprinkle on some coconut flakes. You can do little mini marshmallows. You can just do lots of different things, but there you go. It's just fun and simple, fun way to get the kids involved if you're home for spring break this week and you want to just break up your day and have a fun little snack if you're staying home for spring break and you just want to make some at-home time a little more special.
Yeah.
This is a fun way to get the kids involved.
Yep.
So there you go. We have 2 almost healthy,
Yeah.
springy, fresh desserts for you.
Yeah.
Super simple. Both of them took under 20 minutes to make both. So there you go. And that's a lot of apple. You don't realize, I mean, that's 1 apple.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have to buy a lot of apples to feed a lot of people. So if you're just doing a dessert, I mean, this would feed, like, easily do 4 if you're just doing a couple bites for after dinner.
Yep.
I mean, you don't need to, there's not a lot that you need, is what I'm saying.
Yep.
Trying to, at least.
I'm gonna draw somebody's name.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yay! Da-da-da-da.
Cheryl Adkins. Yes.
Oh.
Nice. Thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Leaving us a review. You get
Free bottle of
free bottle of
caramel.
caramel sauce.
I will find you.
Yeah. So, okay, don't forget, leave reviews. We give out
Yes.
caramel every week.
Yep. So get your reviews in. You can leave multiple reviews in multiple places, and you'll get multiple entries. So if you leave a review on Google, Facebook, and our website, that's 3 entries to win caramel. So
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and we love giving caramel to you because you share it with your friends and
Yeah.
you make desserts for people, and it just helps us spread the word, and we
Yep.
just appreciate you for helping others feel confident in buying our product.
yeah,
So
the best marketing is word of mouth.
absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Perfect. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
I hope you guys make some of these. Let us know if you do.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. See you then.